What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Fighting to be a failure. Okay, I was thinking about this, Um, some people fight to be mediocre, and some people fight to be a failure, just like some people fight to be extraordinary, and some people fight to be a success. The thing about that is, if that's you, that's your personal fight, right? But but sometimes people fight to be a failure, and at the same time, they want somebody to figure out why they become a failure. They want somebody to reverse engineer their failure into success, and not taking into consideration this is what you earned. You trained for this. You did absolutely nothing every day to make sure you could do absolutely nothing in your life. So whose fault is that? You fought for that. You know, some people fought to be lazy. And we don't talk about that part. Where there are people out here who, the minute you try to give them an opportunity to do some work, I just ain't in the mood. I'm gonna call in. I'm just tired. I just can't do it. I don't want to do this, man. This ain't me. And everything ain't them. And then 30, 35, 40 hits. And I don't know why. I don't understand why my life is like this. You fought for this life. Working wasn't you. You was a boss, remember? So as a boss, you don't work. But if you don't work, you don't eat. And a lot of people lie about being a boss, because when you're a boss, that means people depend on you. They're eating off of your plate. So you got a lot of people swearing up and down that they're bosses, but they have no employees. It's just a mentality of being rebellious and lazy. So you're fighting to be a failure. Then we got the people who are cool. Cool matters above all things. So as long as I'm cool, adult life doesn't matter. Reality doesn't matter. It's like, okay, so since reality doesn't matter and adult life doesn't matter, and you're cool, and that's all you got to be, when it came to actually being progressive or progressing in life, you was too cool for that. So you fought to be a failure, because that type of label is gonna make me look so uncool. I don't want people to see me like that. That grinding, I'm not gonna grind. No, I'm too cool for that. So, but you want to shine. So you got the opportunity to shine, and then, opportunity's gone. So now what? Now what? Basically, what happened was you ran out of road. Your life has ran its course, and you fought to be a failure. And cool, doesn't look too cool when you're too old to be cool. Now, take it a step further. Entitlement. Some people fight to be a failure because they're entitled. They're spoiled. And they're so entitled that somebody else is supposed to be successful for them. Somebody else is supposed to put in the work for them. Somebody else is supposed to be the provider and protector for them, because they don't want to provide and protect themselves. Or somebody else is supposed to go get the education and go get the career, and somebody else is supposed to be responsible for the future, and they're not. That's not what they're supposed to be responsible for. So at the end of the day, they fought to be a failure, because every time somebody tried to, have them do something so they can stand on their own 2 feet, teach them how to fish proverbially, teach them to fend for themselves, teach them to be an adult. They ran from that because somebody else was going to come along and do it for them. Or, one day there was going to be a star, and, it was just going to all happen by happenstance. And sometimes people don't realize you fought to be a failure because you're so entitled that you didn't want to put in the work. But the person that put in the work is just supposed to accept you as you are, take you as, take me as I am type stuff, right? Without taking into consideration that maybe you don't understand what it takes to be that type of successful. Maybe you don't understand the time it takes, the effort it takes, the sacrifice it takes, the delayed gratification it takes. But at the end of the day, you don't care about none of that because you're entitled. So you fought to be a failure. And when people say, look, I'm not going to, you're not going to hit your wagon at me and ride my coattails, to the best, to your best life because you didn't put in on this. Then people get upset. But the issue is, and then they get scatterbrained and don't know what to do as adults. But it's like, listen, you fought for this. You fought to be a failure. That's what you did. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.